The big glass building stood tall in the middle of the city. People in nice suits walked in and out all day long. They carried briefcases and talked on their phones. Everyone looked very important and very busy. On this Tuesday morning, something different happened. A small girl with brown hair and pigtails walked up to the building. She wore a pink dress that was too big for her. The dress had small holes in it, but it was clean. Her shoes were old, but she had tried to make them shiny. The girl's name was Emma Martinez. She was only 7 years old. Held a crumpled $5 bill. The money was warm from being in her pocket for so long. She also had a piece of paper with words written in crayon. Emma looked up at the tall building. It seemed to touch the clouds. She took a deep breath and walked toward the front door. Her heart was beating fast, but she did not turn around. Inside the building, there was a big desk near the door. A man in a uniform sat behind it. This was the security guard. His job was to make sure only the right people went upstairs. The guard was reading a newspaper and drinking coffee. Emma was very small. She walked quietly past the security desk. While the guard was not looking, her little feet made soft sounds on the shiny floor. She found the elevator and pressed the button with the highest number she could see. The number was 30. The elevator went up and up. Emma's stomach felt funny as she went higher and higher. When the doors opened, she saw a long hallway with thick carpet. There were paintings on the walls and plants in big pots. Emma walked down the hall until she found a door that said Marcus Sterling, Chief Executive Officer. She did not know what all those words meant, but she knew this person must be very important. Important people had long titles on their doors. She knocked on the door with her small fist. The sound was very quiet. "Come in," said a deep voice from inside. Emma turned the handle and pushed the door open. The room was bigger than her whole apartment. There was a huge desk made of dark wood. Behind the desk sat a man in an expensive suit. He had dark hair and kind eyes, but he looked tired. This was Marcus Sterling. He was 35 years old and owned the whole building. He had worked very hard for 15 years to build his company. People said he was very smart and very rich. But Marcus did not have a wife or children, lived alone in a big house. Marcus looked up from his papers. He was very surprised to see a little girl in his office. No children ever came to the 30th floor. He wondered how she got past security. "Hello," Marcus said softly. "Are you lost, little one?" Emma stood up straight and tried to look brave. Her hands were shaking a little, but her voice was clear. "Excuse me, sir," she said politely. "My name is Emma Martinez. I heard that you are very rich and can buy anything you want. I have a question for you." Marcus put down his pen. He had never heard a child talk so formally. Emma sounded like she had practiced her words many times. "What is your question, Emma?" Marcus asked. Emma held up her $5 bill. The money looked very small in the big office. "Sir, can I buy a dad from you?" she asked. "I have $5, and I can work to earn more money if you need it." Marcus felt like someone had hit him in the chest. He stared at the little girl for a long moment. In all his years of business, no one had ever asked him such a question. "Please sit down, Emma," Marcus said gently. He pointed to a big chair in front of his desk. Emma climbed up into the chair. Her feet did not touch the floor. She sat on the edge and held her money tightly. "Can you tell me why you want to buy a dad?" Marcus asked. Emma's eyes started to fill with tears, but she did not cry. She was trying very hard to be strong. "My mama works all the time," Emma began. "She cleans offices at night when I am sleeping. During the day, she works at the grocery store. On weekends, she takes care of old people who are sick. She is always very tired." Marcus listened carefully. He could see that Emma loved her mother very much. "I never had a dad," Emma continued. "Mama says he went away before I was born. School? All the other kids have dads. Their dads come to school plays and help with homework. They teach them how to ride bikes and throw balls." Emma's voice got quieter. "Last week, our teacher told us to make Father's Day cards. All the other kids were excited. I did not know what to do. I sat at my desk and felt very sad." Marcus felt his heart breaking. He remembered being a child and wanting things he could not have. "I asked my friend Sarah where dads come from," Emma said. She told me that rich people can buy anything, so I saved all my allowance money. I also found some coins under the couch cushions. Emma showed Marcus the crumpled piece of paper. It had words written in purple crayon. Things I want for my dad: kind, funny, helps mama, reads to me, not scary. I made a list of what kind of dad I want, Emma explained. I do not need a perfect dad. I just want someone who will love me and help take care of mama. She works so hard and she looks sad sometimes. Marcus read the list. Each word was written carefully in a child's handwriting. You could see that Emma had thought about this for a long time.
Emma,
Marcus said slowly, having a dad is not something you can buy with money. Emma's face fell. She looked down at her $5. Is it because I do not have enough money? She asked. I can clean your office. I am good at cleaning. Mama taught me how. I can also organize papers and answer your phone. Marcus was amazed. This little girl was willing to work for what she wanted. She was not asking for something free. She was trying to earn it. It is not about the money, Emma, Marcus said. Tell me more about your mama. What is her name? Sophia Martinez, Emma said with pride. She is the best mama in the world. She makes me breakfast every morning before she goes to work. Me with my homework, even when she is very tired. She sings to me when I have bad dreams. Emma paused and looked directly at Marcus. But she cries sometimes when she thinks I am sleeping. I think she is lonely and scared about money. I want to help her, but I am just a little girl. Marcus stood up and walked around his desk. He knelt down so he was at Emma's eye level. Emma, you are not just a little girl, he said. You are very brave. It took courage to come here and ask for help. Most adults would not be brave enough to do what you did. Emma smiled for the first time since entering the office. Really? Really? Marcus said. Now, I want to meet your mama. Can you take me to your house? Emma's eyes got very wide. You want to come to my house? Das. But it is very small and we do not have fancy things like you do. What? That does not matter to me, Marcus said. The most important things in life are not fancy things. They are things like love and family and kindness. Marcus picked up his phone and called his secretary. Cancel all my meetings for today, he said. Something very important has come up. Emma could not believe what was happening. The rich man was leaving his big office to come with her. Just maybe her $5 was enough after all, as they walked toward the elevator together. Marcus thought about his own life. He had everything money could buy. He had never felt as rich as this little girl who had $5 and a heart full of love. Emma held Marcus's hand as they went down in the elevator. She was not scared anymore. Something told her that her life was about to change in the most wonderful way. Marcus Sterling had a very expensive car. It was black and shiny, and the seats were made of soft leather. Emma had never been in such a fancy car before. She sat in the back seat and looked out the window with wide eyes. Are you really a millionaire? Emma asked as they drove through the city. Marcus smiled. Yes, I have a lot of money. But money is not the most important thing in life. What is the most important thing? Emma asked. Marcus thought for a moment. Love, kindness, and helping other people, he said. Those things are worth more than all the money in the world. Emma nodded seriously. She understood that Marcus was different from what she had expected. Rich people in movies were often mean, but Marcus was kind. They drove for 20 minutes until they reached Emma's neighborhood. The buildings here were old and needed paint. Some windows were broken and covered with boards. There was trash on the streets, but people were trying to keep their small areas clean. Emma pointed to a tall building with red bricks. That is where I live, she said. We live on the 3rd floor. Marcus parked his car and looked around. He had grown up in a neighborhood like this, but he had forgotten how hard life could be for people without much money. They walked up 3 flights of stairs. The hallway was dark and some of the lights were broken. Emma took out a key from her pocket and opened a door with the number 3B on it. Mama, Emma called. I brought someone to meet you. A woman came running from the kitchen. She was young, maybe 25 years old, with long black hair pulled back in a ponytail. She wore old jeans and a t-shirt with small holes in it. Her name was Sophia Martinez. When Sophia saw Marcus in his expensive suit, her face turned white. With fear? Emma? What have you done? Sophia said in a worried voice. Sir, I am so sorry. Did my daughter do something wrong? Please do not call the police. Sophia thought that Emma had gotten into trouble. She was scared that they might take Emma away from her. Please do not worry, Marcus said gently. Emma is not in trouble. She came to my office today and asked me something very interesting. Marcus explained what had happened. He told Sophia about Emma's $5 and her request to buy a dad. As he talked, Sophia's eyes filled with tears. Oh, Emma, Sophia whispered. She knelt down and hugged her daughter. I had no idea you felt this way. I am sorry, Mama, Emma said. I did not want to make you sad. I just wanted to help. Sophia looked at Marcus with embarrassed eyes. Sir, I am so sorry. I work so much that I do not always know what Emma is. Thinking, we do not have much money, but I try to give her everything she needs. You do not need to apologize, Marcus said. Emma is a very special little girl. She is brave and kind, just like her mother. Marcus looked around the small apartment. It had only 2 rooms. The living room had an old couch and a small table. There was no television, but the walls were covered with Emma's drawings and school papers. The kitchen was tiny, with old appliances that had been repaired many times. But Marcus noticed something important. Even though the apartment was small and old, it was very clean and full of love. Emma's bed was in the corner of the living room. It was made from cushions on the floor, but Sophia had sewn colorful covers for them. There were stuffed animals arranged carefully on the bed. Books were everywhere. They were from the library because Sophia could not afford to buy books. But she made sure Emma had plenty to read. You have made a beautiful home, Marcus said to Sophia. Sophia wiped her tears. I try my best. Emma deserves so much more than this. Tell me about yourself, Sophia, Marcus said. What kind of work do you do? Sophia sat down on the old couch. Emma sat next to her mother and held her hand. I clean offices at night, Sophia began. I start work at 10 o'clock and finish at 6 in the morning. Then I come home and make breakfast for Emma. After I take her to school, I go to my second job at the grocery store. I work there until 3 o'clock. Sophia looked tired just talking about her schedule. When Emma comes home from school, we spend time together. We do homework and eat dinner. Then on weekends, I take care of elderly people who need help. I give them medicine and clean their houses. Marcus was amazed. Do you sleep? I sleep for a few hours in the afternoon while Emma is at school, Sophia said. It is not much, but it is enough. Emma looked up at her mother with loving eyes. Mama is the strongest person in the world, she said. Marcus could see that Emma was right. Sophia was working 3 jobs to take care of her daughter. She was doing everything she could to give Emma a good life. What about Emma's father? Marcus asked gently. Sophia's face became sad. He left when I told him I was going to have a baby. I was only 18 years old. I never heard from him again. Have you always lived here? Marcus asked. I came to this country when I was 16, Sophia explained. My parents sent me here to have a better life. I lived with my aunt until Emma was born. Then I got this apartment. It is not much, but it is ours. Marcus learned that Sophia was very smart. She had finished high school while working and taking care of a baby. She wanted to go to college, but she could not afford it. I dream of having a better job someday, Sophia said. I want to work in an office and wear nice clothes like other people. But most of all, I want Emma to have everything she needs. Want her to go to college and have a better life than me? Emma hugged her mother. I think you are perfect, Mama. Marcus felt something changing in his heart. He had built a successful business, but he had never seen such love and strength as he saw in this small apartment. Sophia, can I ask you some questions about business? Marcus said. Sophia looked surprised. I do not know much about business, sir. I think you know more than you realize, Marcus said. You manage 3 jobs, take care of Emma, pay bills, and keep a beautiful home. That takes planning and organization. Marcus asked Sophia questions about how she managed her time and money. He was impressed with her answers. Sophia was smart and had good ideas, even though she had never worked in an office. You are very intelligent, Marcus told Sophia. You have skills that many business people do not have. As the evening went on, Marcus realized something important. Emma had not really come to his office to buy a dad. She had come because she wanted to help her mother. Emma could see that Sophia was tired and worried about money. The little girl wanted to find someone who could make their life easier. Marcus thought about his own life. He lived in a big house all by himself. He had everything money could buy, but he was lonely. He worked all the time and had no family. Looking at Emma and Sophia, Marcus saw what he had been missing. They had very little money, but they had something more valuable. They had love, hope, and each other. When it was time to leave, Marcus knelt down to talk to Emma. "Emma, I cannot sell you a dad for $5, he said, "but I think I might be able to help you and your mama in other ways." Emma's eyes lit up with hope. "Really? Really?" Marcus said. "But I need to think about the best way to help. Can I come back tomorrow?" Emma nodded eagerly. Sophia looked confused but hopeful. As Marcus drove home that night, he could not stop thinking about Emma and Sophia. They had shown him something he had forgotten. The most important things in life were not things you could buy. They were things you shared with people you cared about. Marcus made a decision. He was going to help this family, but not in the way Emma had expected. He was going to do something that would change all of their lives forever. Marcus could not sleep that night. He kept thinking about Emma's brave question and Sophia's tired eyes. He walked around his big, empty house and realized how quiet it was. There were no children's voices, no family dinners, no one to share his day with. The next morning, Marcus arrived at his office very early. Instead of reading business reports, he made a list of ways he could help Emma and Sophia. He could give them money, but he knew that would not solve their real problems. Emma needed a father figure in her life, someone who could teach her things and show her that she was special. Sophia needed a chance to use her intelligence and build a better future for herself and Emma. Marcus had an idea. It was bigger than just helping one family. It was about changing lives in a way that would last forever. At 10 o'clock, Marcus drove back to Emma and Sophia's apartment building. He knocked on their door with a smile on his face. "Mr. Marcus," Emma said when she opened the door. She was wearing her school uniform and eating a piece of toast. "You came back." Sophia appeared behind Emma. She had dark circles under her eyes from working all night, but she had tried to make herself look nice for Marcus's visit. "Good morning," Sophia said. "Would you like some coffee?" "It is not very good coffee, but it is hot." "That would be wonderful," Marcus said. Even though he usually drank expensive coffee from his office machine, they sat around the small kitchen table. Emma sat between Marcus and Sophia, swinging her legs because they did not reach the floor. "Have been thinking about your situation?" Marcus began. "I have an idea that might help both of you." Emma leaned forward with excitement. "Are you going to be my dad?" Marcus smiled. "Being a father is not something that happens overnight, but I would like to be part of your life in a special way." He turned to Sophia. "I would like to offer you a job at my company." Sophia's eyes got very wide. "A job? But sir, I have no experience in an office. I only know how to clean and stock shelves." "You were wrong about that," Marcus said. "Yesterday, I saw how you manage your time, take care of Emma, and keep your home organized. Those are exactly the skills I need." Marcus explained his plan. He wanted Sophia to work as his personal assistant. She would help him with his schedule, organize his meetings, and handle important phone calls. "The job pays 3 times more than all your current jobs combined," Marcus said. "You will have health insurance for you and Emma. You will work normal hours so you can spend evenings with Emma." Sophia started to cry. "Sir, this is too good to be true." "Why would you do this for us?" "Because you deserve it," Marcus said simply. "And because I think you will be excellent at this job." Sophia was scared. "What if I make mistakes? What if I disappoint you?" "Everyone makes mistakes when they learn something new," Marcus said. "I will teach you everything you need to know. My current assistant is retiring next month, so the timing is perfect." Emma was bouncing in her chair with excitement. "Mama, you will work in the big tall building? You will wear pretty clothes and sit at a desk?" Marcus turned to Emma. "I have A plan for you too, Emma. Emma's eyes sparkled. What kind of plan? I would like to be your mentor, Marcus said. That means I will spend time with you every week. We can do homework together, visit museums, and I can teach you about business. What is a mentor? Emma asked. A mentor is like a teacher and a friend, Marcus explained. Someone who helps you learn new things and believes in your dreams. Emma thought about this. Would you come to my school plays? If you want me to, Marcus said. Would you help me with math? It is very hard, Emma said. I love math, Marcus said. I would be happy to help you. Emma looked at her mother. Mama, can Mr. Marcus be my mentor? Sophia was still crying, but now they were happy tears. If that is what you want, my little love. Marcus felt something warm spread through his chest. No business deal had ever made him feel this happy. There is one more thing, Marcus said to Sophia. I know you wanted to go to college. My company will pay for you to take classes at night. You can study business if you want. Sophia put her hands over her mouth. You would do that for me? Smart people should have the chance to learn, Marcus said. You're much smarter than you know. They spent the rest of the morning talking about the details. Sophia would start working the following Monday. Emma would visit Marcus's office every Saturday morning for their mentor time. Sophia was nervous about working in such an important job. What if the other people at your company do not like me? They will love you, Marcus said. You are kind, hardworking, and honest. Those are the best qualities a person can have. Marcus helped Sophia pick out some clothes for her new job. They went to a store where Sophia had never shopped before. She was amazed by the beautiful clothes, but she was worried about the prices. This is part of your job, Marcus explained. You need to dress professionally, so the company will pay for your work clothes. Emma had fun helping her mother choose outfits. Mama, you look like a movie star, she said when Sophia tried on a blue dress with a matching jacket. That Saturday, Emma visited Marcus's office for the first time as his mentor. She wore her best dress and carried a small backpack with her school books. The office workers were surprised to see a little girl on the 30th floor. But Emma was polite to everyone she met. Good morning, Emma, said to Marcus's secretary. I'm Emma Martinez. Mr. Marcus is my mentor. Marcus showed Emma around his office, explained what different people did and how the business worked. Emma asked many questions and took notes. In a small notebook, why do you have so many papers on your desk? Emma asked. Each paper represents a decision I need to make, Marcus explained. Running a business means making many decisions every day. That sounds hard, Emma said. It can be, Marcus agreed. But it is also exciting. Every decision can help make the company better. Emma looked out the big window at the city below. When I grow up, I want to have an office like this. You can have anything you work hard for, Marcus told her. They spent the morning working on Emma's math homework. Marcus was surprised by how quickly Emma learned when someone took time to explain things carefully. You're very smart, Emma, Marcus said. Math is just like solving puzzles. Once you understand the pattern, it becomes easy. For lunch, they went to a restaurant near the office. Emma had never eaten in such a fancy place, but she remembered her manners. Thank you for teaching me today, Emma said as they ate. And thank you for giving Mama a good job. Marcus felt his heart grow warm again. Emma, I want to ask you something. Are you happy with our arrangement? I know you originally wanted to buy a dad. Emma thought seriously about this question. Mr. Dad, Marcus, I think what I really wanted was someone who cared about me and Mama. Someone who would help us and spend time with us. She smiled at him. You were doing all of those things. Maybe you cannot be my real dad, but you are something even better. You are my friend who chose to love us. Marcus felt tears in his eyes. This little girl understood something that many adults never learned. Love was not about titles or legal papers. It was about choosing to care for someone and being there when they needed you. Emma, you have taught me something very important, Marcus said. What did I teach you? Emma asked. You taught me that the best things in life are not things you buy, Marcus said. They are things you share with people you care about. As they walked back to the office together, Marcus realized that his life had completely changed in just a few days. He used to think success meant having money and power. Now he understood that real success meant having people to love and care for. Emma skipped beside him, chattering about her plans for the future. Sophia would be starting her new job on Monday, and their whole world was about to change. Marcus smiled. As he listened to Emma's excited voice, he had given this family a new chance at life, but they had given him something even more valuable. They'd given him a family. 3 months had passed since Emma first walked into Marcus's office. Sophia had become the best assistant Marcus ever had. She arrived at work early every morning, wearing the professional clothes they had bought together. Her desk was always organized, and she remembered every important detail. The other workers at Sterling Industries loved Sophia. She was kind to everyone and always willing to help. When someone had a problem, Sophia listened carefully and found ways to solve it. Sophia has made this office a happier place, Marcus's secretary told him. Everyone smiles more since she started working here. Marcus was not surprised. Sophia had a special way of making people feel important and cared for. She remembered birthdays, asked about people's families, and always said please and thank you. Sophia was also excellent at her job duties. She organized Marcus's schedule better than anyone before. She arranged his meetings, answered his phone calls, and helped him make important decisions. You understand people in a way that I sometimes forget, Marcus told Sophia one day. Help me remember that business is really about helping people. Sophia was taking college classes 3 nights a week. Marcus would pick up Emma from school on those days and help her with homework until Sophia came home. Emma loved these special times with Marcus. Mr. Marcus, do you know how to make grilled cheese sandwiches? Emma asked one evening while they waited for Sophia. I have never made one, Marcus admitted. I usually eat at restaurants or order food, Emma gasped. You have never made a grilled cheese sandwich? That is the best food in the world. I will teach you. Emma showed Marcus how. To butter the bread and heat the pan? She was very serious about teaching him the right way to do it. You have to wait until the bread is golden brown, Emma explained. But not too brown, or it will taste burned. Marcus watched Emma carefully. She was only 7 years old, but she was already good at taking care of herself and others. There, Emma said proudly when the sandwich was done. Now you know how to make the best food in the world. Marcus took a bite. The sandwich was simple, but it tasted better than any expensive meal he had ever eaten. It tasted like love and family. This is delicious, Emma, Marcus said. You are an excellent teacher. Emma beamed with pride. Mama taught me. She says that food made with love always tastes better. Every Saturday, Emma visited Marcus's office. For their mentor time, she brought her homework, and they would work on it together. Then they would do something fun, like visiting a museum or going to the park. Emma's grades at school had improved greatly. Her teacher, Mrs. Johnson, noticed the change right away. Emma is more confident now, Mrs. Johnson told Sophia during a parent conference. She participates in class discussions and helps other students. Whatever you are doing at home is working wonderfully. Emma had also made new friends at school. She was no longer the quiet girl who sat alone at lunch. Talked excitedly about her mentor and her mother's important job. My friend Mr. Marcus owns a whole building, Emma told her classmates. He is teaching me about business. Someday I will be a CEO like him. The other children were impressed. Emma felt proud and special, but she never bragged or made other children feel bad. One Saturday, Marcus took Emma to his house for the first time. Emma had never seen such a big house. It had 12 rooms, a swimming pool, and a garden with beautiful flowers. This house is bigger than my whole apartment building, Emma said with wonder. It is very big, Marcus agreed. But it used to feel empty because I lived here all alone. Emma walked through the rooms, looking at everything with curious eyes. Why do you have so many rooms if you are just one person? Marcus thought about this question. I thought having a big house would make me happy. But I learned that houses are only happy when they are filled with people you love. Emma nodded wisely. Our apartment is small, but it feels happy because me and Mama love each other. They spent the afternoon in the garden. Marcus had a gardener who took care of the flowers, but he had never really looked at them before. Emma showed him different types of flowers and made up stories about them. This red flower is a queen, Emma said, pointing to a rose. And these white flowers are her royal guards. Marcus found himself laughing more than he had in years. Emma saw magic in everything around her. It helped him remember how to see the whirled with wonder. During this time, Marcus noticed that Sophia was changing too. She was more confident at work and at home. The constant worry lines on her face were starting to disappear. "I never thought I could work in an office," Sophia told Marcus one day. "I always believed that jobs like this were for other people, not for someone like me." "You belong here just as much as anyone else," Marcus said. "You work harder and care. More than most people I know." Sophia was doing so well in her college classes that her professors asked her to help other students. She was studying business management and getting excellent grades. "I want to understand how companies work," Sophia explained to Marcus. "I want to help make your business even better." Marcus was impressed by Sophia's dedication. She would come to work early to study before the office opened. She asked intelligent questions about the business and offered good suggestions for improvements. One evening, Marcus was having dinner with Emma and Sophia in their small apartment. It had become a tradition for them to eat together once a week. Sophia always cooked traditional food from her country, and Marcus loved trying new dishes. "Mr. Marcus," Emma said as they ate, "are you lonely in your big house?" Marcus paused with his fork halfway to his mouth. "Sometimes I am, Emma." "Why do you ask?" "Because you seem happier when you are with us," Emma said. "Maybe you should get a family like we have." Sophia looked embarrassed. "Emma, that is not a polite thing to say." "It is okay," Marcus said. "Emma is right. I am happier when I am with you and your mama." Marcus realized that Emma and Sophia had become the most important people in his life. He looked forward to their Saturday meetings and their weekly dinners more than any business event. Marcus said carefully, "I've been thinking about something." "Emma, you wanted to buy a dad. Sophia, you have been working so hard to give Emma everything she needs." They both looked at him with curious eyes. "What if we became a real family?" Marcus asked. "What if I adopted Emma and became her legal father?" Dropped her fork. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. "Do you mean it?" Emma whispered. "I mean it more than anything I have ever said," Marcus replied. "I love you both. I want to take care of you and be there for you always." Emma jumped up from her chair and hugged Marcus tightly. Yes. I want you to be my real dad." Sophia was crying now. "Marcus, are you sure? Adoption is a big responsibility. Emma and I come with problems and complications." "Sophia, you and Emma are not problems," Marcus said firmly. "You are the best things that have ever happened to me. Yeah, I want to be Emma's father, and I want to be your partner in raising her." "Why?" Sophia looked at Emma, who was still hugging Marcus and crying with happiness. "If this is what Emma wants, and if you are sure, then yes," Sophia said. "But I want Emma to understand that this is a big decision." Marcus knelt down to Emma's level. "Emma, if I adopt you, I will be your father forever, so that means I will help. Take care of you, love you, and support you no matter what happens. Do you understand?" Emma nodded seriously. "It means you will never leave us. Never," Marcus promised. "We will be a family forever." That night, after Marcus went home, Emma and Sophia talked for a long time about their decision. "Mama, are you happy?" Emma asked, as Sophia tucked her into bed. "I am very happy, my love," Sophia said. "Mr. Marcus is a good man who loves us very much." "I cannot wait to tell everyone at school that I have a dad," Emma said sleepily. Sophia smiled and kissed Emma's forehead. A year ago, she had been working 3 jobs and worrying about their future every day. Now Emma would have a father who loved her. Sophia had a career that made her feel proud and important. As Emma fell asleep, she whispered, "Thank you for letting me be brave enough to ask for a dad." Sophia realized that sometimes the most important changes in life came from the smallest acts of courage. Emma's $5 question had changed all of their lives in the most wonderful way possible. 1 year had passed since Emma walked into Marcus's office with her crumpled $5 bill. Today was a very special day. It was the day Marcus would officially become Emma's father through adoption. The courthouse was not a scary place like Emma had thought it would be. It was a big building with tall windows and friendly people. Emma wore her best dress, the pretty blue one that Marcus had bought for her. Sophia wore a new suit that made her look like the successful businesswoman. She had become Judge Martinez, no relation to Emma and Sophia, was a kind older woman with gray hair and gentle eyes. She had been a judge for 20 years and had overseen many adoptions, but she could tell this case was special. "This is one of the most beautiful adoption stories I've ever heard," Judge Martinez said as she looked through their papers. "Emma, do you understand what is happening today?" Emma stood up straight and tall. She was now 8 years old and much more confident than the scared little girl who had first met Marcus. "Yes, Your Honor," Emma said politely. "Today Mr. Marcus becomes my real father. He will love me and take care of me forever." And Marcus, the judge said, "Do you promise to love Emma as your own daughter, to support her, and to be there for her always?" Marcus felt tears in his eyes. "I promise with all my heart, Your Honor. Emma is already my daughter in every way that matters. Today just makes it official." And the judge smiled and signed the papers. "Congratulations, Emma Sterling. You now have a father who loves you very much, Emma Sterling." Emma loved the sound of her new name. She hugged Marcus tightly, and he lifted her up and spun her around. "I did it, Daddy," Emma whispered in Marcus's ear. "I bought the best dad in the world." Marcus laughed through his tears. "No, sweetheart, you gave me the greatest gift in the world. You gave me a family." After the courthouse ceremony, they went to Emma's school for a special celebration. Emma had insisted that all her classmates and teachers should meet her new father, Mrs. Johnson. Emma's teacher had prepared a small party in their classroom. There was cake and juice, and Emma's classmates had made congratulations cards. "So happy for you, Emma," said her best friend, Sarah. "You finally got your dad." Emma beamed with pride as she introduced Marcus to everyone. "This is my daddy, Marcus Sterling. He owns a big company, but more importantly, he makes the best grilled cheese sandwiches in the world." Marcus laughed. Emma always knew what was really important. The principal of the school pulled Marcus aside. "Mr. Sterling, Emma has changed so much this year. She went from being a quiet, worried child to being confident and happy. Thank you for what you have done for her." "Emma's changed my life more than I changed hers," Marcus replied. "She taught me what really matters." That evening, they had a celebration dinner at Marcus's house. It was no longer an empty mansion. Emma's drawings hung on the walls next to expensive paintings. Her books were scattered on tables, and her toys were in the living room. The house felt like a real home now. Sophia had also moved into the house a few months earlier. She had her own room and had helped decorate the house to make it feel warm and welcoming. She was no longer just Marcus's assistant. She had been promoted to manager of customer relations, a job she loved because it let her help people every day. Sophia was also almost finished with her college degree. She would graduate next month with honors. Marcus was so proud of her hard work and determination. "I want to make a toast," Marcus said, as they sat around the dinner table. He raised his glass of juice. "To Emma, who taught me that the bravest thing you can do is ask for help when you need it. To Sophia, who showed me that strength comes in many forms and that love is the most powerful force in the world." Emma raised her glass too. "To Daddy, who proved that some people really can buy happiness. You just have to pay with love instead of money." Sophia wiped away happy tears. "To our family, which proves that families are not just made by blood, they are made by choice, love, and commitment." After dinner, Emma showed Marcus the special box she kept under her bed. Inside was the original $5 bill she had brought to his office, along with the crayon list of what she wanted in a father. "Look, Daddy," Emma said, reading from her old list. "I wanted someone kind, funny, who helps Mama, reads to me, and is not scary." Marcus looked at the list. "Did I pass the test?" Emma giggled. "You got an A+. You are all of those things and more." Emma had kept a diary during the past year, writing down all the special things that happened as their family grew. She showed Marcus some of her favorite entries. "March 15th, Daddy came to my school play. He clapped the loudest when I sang my solo. I felt so proud." April 22nd, Daddy taught me how to ride a bicycle without training wheels. I fell down 3 times, but he helped me get back up. Said trying again is the most important part. June 10th, Mama graduated from her college class. Daddy and I surprised her with flowers and a big banner that said congratulations. Mama cried happy tears. September 3rd, first day of third grade. Daddy walked me to school and met my new teacher. When she asked about my family, I said I have the best daddy and mama in the world. It felt so good to say that. Marcus read each entry with a full heart. Emma had recorded all the moments that made them a real family. Emma, do you remember what you really wanted when you came to my office? Marcus asked. Emma thought about it carefully. I thought I wanted to buy a dad. But what I really wanted was for someone to love me and Mama. I wanted someone to help us and make us feel safe. And did you get what you really wanted? Marcus asked. I got more than I wanted, Emma said. I got a daddy who loves me, but I also got to see Mama become happy and proud. And you got a family too, which makes me extra happy. Marcus tucked Emma into her new bed in her new room. It was beautifully decorated with princess themes. But Emma's favorite part was the bookshelf, full of books that she owned instead of borrowed. From the library? Daddy, will you read me a story? Emma asked. Of course, Marcus said. Which book would you like? Emma picked up a book about a little girl who went on adventures. As Marcus read, Emma interrupted with questions and comments just like she had done since that first Saturday in his office. Daddy, do you think the little girl in the story is brave like me? Emma asked. I think you are braver than any story. Character, Marcus said. You changed 3 people's lives with one brave question. 3 people? Emma asked. You, your mama, and me, Marcus explained. You made all of us happier. As Emma fell asleep, Marcus sat in the chair next to her bed for a few minutes, just watching her peaceful face. He thought about how different his life was now compared to a year ago. A year ago, he had been successful, but lonely. He had money, but no real purpose. He had everything material, but nothing meaningful. Now he woke up every morning excited to spend time with his family. He looked forward to Emma's school events, Sophia's college achievements, and their quiet family dinners. His business was more successful than ever because he was happier and more motivated. Sophia appeared in the doorway. Is she asleep? Just now, Marcus whispered. They walked to the living room together. Marcus, I want to thank you again for everything you have done for us, Sophia said. Sophia, you do not need to thank me, Marcus replied. Emma asked me if she could buy a dad for $5. What she really did was give me a family that is worth more than all the money in the world. Sophia smiled. Emma always says that she bought the best dad ever.